Hi, my name is John, Jon. My last name is Drucks, Drucks. You need to look at my entire Facebook page. It's my book, Change 2014. It follows Change 2013 and Change 2012, because God knows we need change. And it's March 7th, 2014. And I just came back from downtown Fresno, California, and there was a bombardment of chemtrails. This is on the east side of Fresno, but there's still some in the sky. And actually there's one of their famous X's. Because again, people, I'm believing that X means they're telling us there is no God and there is no heaven. That's what we're dealing with here. And it goes with the conversation I had with someone last night. And it's something I've been thinking about for a while. And it is, are the people that are ruling our country today selling us down the river into the hands of the globalists of the New World Order, the royal family of liars with their royal war pig bankers? Are they the people that killed Jesus? And that's what this is really getting into, people. I think we're living out the end of times based on things from the beginning of times. Obviously the beginning of times even before Jesus. And the person I was talking to started talking about how Jesus went to the kings and everything and said how everything's all lies and it's all greed. It's all the root of all evil. And that's the world we live in today, whether people want to believe it or not. We need to stand up for the truth right now. Stand up like Jesus did. And again, my mother's family has been traced back to Joan of Arc. Over 600 years ago, she was told that the royal family of England was taking over France. And again, the royal family of England, their secret societies, everything's on the hush-hush, along with their royal war pig bankers. And again, 600 years ago, Joan of Arc warned the people of France that the royal family of England was taking over the secret societies. My mother has been traced back to Joan of Arc, and she received a message after the assassination of JFK. And JFK delivered his secret society speech the year I was born, 1961. And he warned of the secret societies. He went after the Federal Reserve and the lobbying for Israel, buying our government. So again, 50 years ago, JFK stood up and basically did the same thing that Joan of Arc did 600 years ago, and basically the same thing that Jesus did 2,414 years ago. My mother received a message that our government was involved in the assassination of JFK, and I think it's only obvious. And I think since we didn't stand for the truth on JFK, we got 9/11. Decades later, problems don't go away; they get bigger, and it gets into what's next: a nuclear bomb, as they're spraying chemicals over the breadbasket of the world. And again, I was just downtown Fresno. It was way worse than it is here. Again, I'm on the east side of Fresno. And so again, JFK warned people in a secret society speech 50 years ago. So here we sit today, 50 years after JFK, 600 years after Joan of Arc, and 2014 years after Jesus. And here we sit. And I think we are living the end of times. We're not standing up like Jesus did, like Joan of Arc did, like JFK did. And while I believe the assassination of JFK and 9/11 were mass conspiracies of the ruling elite secret societies of the New World Order, I believe Skulls and Bones secret society member Bush 41 is the common denominator. And you just need to look at some of the things that this man's done. He said back in 1992, if the Bush family, this is 10 years before 9/11, people, if the people ever found out what the Bush people did to America, they'd be lynched. And that was back in 1992, before 9/11. And you need to look at the special I just watched last night on MSNBC by Rachel Maddow. It's called "Why We Did It," and every true American needs to look at that show. This was a plan. This was a plan, a secret plan, to get us into wars for oil and say it's all in the name of God, stand by Israel till the day we die. And that day could be tomorrow. Literally could be tomorrow. So again, I have a message from above, just like Joan of Arc and just like my mother. I believe the message of the Spirit of Truth, John 16:13, is the truth or the end. And it doesn't get any more final than that. And here we go. There's a plane right above right now. And again, the truth or the end. We're living end times based on beginning of times, and we need to get the truth now. The truth will set us free, John 8:32. And Bush 41 promises a new world order, just like Hitler. And it goes with that he's the son of Prescott Bush, and his banks were shut down. His royal war pig banks were shut down for funding the Nazis. We allowed the son and the grandson of the banker for the Nazis to become our president. And we wonder what happened. We wondered what happened to our country. We need to stand up right now, people. I'm telling you, this is it. And they talked about on why we did it on MSNBC, Rachel Maddow, that again Cheney formed secret committees to get us into these oil wars, and I believe they were also planning 9/11. And all you have to do is look at the day of 9/11. It was a pre-planned hijacking drill occurred at the same time, which placed Dick Cheney in charge of our air defense. First time ever that a vice president is ever put in charge of air defense. And look what happened on 9/11. And it reflected the same thing that the drills were about. And it goes with the Boston Marathon massacre on Patriots Day. That too occurred during pre-planned drills. I think we're being drilled right into the ground, people. Or will they just turn us to ash like many of the victims on 9/11? If any American thinks that we can look the other way on 9/11, you're not an American. Plain and simple. You're not an American. You're just part of it. You're part of the mass conspiracy, and mass cover-up includes the mass media of the destruction of America. You're not an American. And any people that have participated, they're traitors. We have acts of treason in the highest degree being committed. I believe we are a nation of, by, and for the contributors to our politicians' delinquency. We're living under secrets and lies. We're being ruled by the root of all evil. That's touched every branch of our so-called government in the district of corruption. And here's a good chemtrail for you to look at right now. And again, I was downtown Fresno. It was bad. There was lines all over the sky making X's. And again, I think that X is there is no God, there is no heaven. And you need to look at my video saying, "Welcome to Fresno, Barack Obama," because as Air Force One was sitting on the ground at the Fresno Air Terminal, there was an X, a chemtrail X, over the Fresno Airport, as Air Force One is sitting on the ground and our president's on the ground. I think that's a message. I believe it's a message. Barack Obama, you need to stand up right now, whether you're part of this plan or not. Whether the plans for you are to be the new dictator of the new world order, you need to stand up now. There's a force greater than these people, and it's God. And this world is going to end, people. I'm telling you right now. If we don't stand up for the truth right now, I truly believe this world will end. We are living the end of times. We're living out the book of Revelation, but I think it's man that's creating this, not God. But basically, God's saying, if the people aren't willing to stand up, let them do it. Or is he going to send Jesus back? And a lot of people want to think that that's going to be some great day, and I'm not so sure about that. That means we failed the test of time. We didn't stand for the Word of God. Again, we're supposedly one nation under God. We're supposedly a Christian nation. And we're living under secrets and lies when the truth is the Word of God. And I think He's going to let us know that loud and clear. So, again, if Jesus comes back, which I think it's feasible, very feasible, maybe on Easter. There's a movie, The Son of God, and then there's a movie coming out on Easter called Heaven is Real. And I know heaven's real. I witnessed my dad go there when I was 12 years old. And in the movie trailer, Heaven is Real, it asked the little boy, what does heaven look like? And he said 2 words. It's beautiful. It's the same 2 words that my dad said when he passed away and closed his eyes for the last time. So again, this is the real deal, people, I'm telling you. Again, I believe the message of the Spirit of truth, John 16:13, is the truth or the end. The truth will set us free, John 8:32. Peace. Again, my name is John, Jon. My last name is Drucks, Drucks. You need to look at my entire Facebook page. It's my book, Change 2014. It's followed by Change 2013 and Change 2012, because God knows we need change.